Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The Trade Minister Jonathan Reynolds, the man who claimed many times to be a solicitor when he in fact was not a solicitor, went to India. And he did this the day after the Solicitors Regulation Authority decided it would reopen the investigation into him. This can lead to criminal charges. Passing yourself off as a solicitor is a crime in this country. So let's hope they arrive at that decision and that he does stand trial and be forced to resign, not just as a cabinet minister, but as a politician in total. And it would be a big saving to the country if he did, because the day that he went to India, the day after that was reopened, he managed in a very short trip, which he claimed was for talking about trade talks, business trip on trade talks. He managed to rack up a bill of £32,000. He obviously was flying top end stuff, pointy end of the plane, wasn't he? Business class, first class, who knows? There was only four of them. There was himself, two spads, and a secretary. And we don't mean like Mrs. Evans, the one who types the letters. You mean a civil servant secretary. And so off he went. Now, what was also significant about his trip to India is literally just prior to going, he wrote a letter to the Prime Minister apologising for pretending to be a solicitor. So that's okay then. But of course, he wasn't there to hear back because he'd already sodded off. And so off he goes. And the civil service were asked which hotel he stayed at. There was a freedom of information request went in, and the civil service declined to answer. They said, it would be a matter of security. Why? He's back. He's not there now. You can tell us in the past. I get not telling in advance. I'll accept that. But he's not there anymore. You can tell us. Where was he? This, we don't want to comment on this for issues of security, means it was a very nice hotel, and we don't want to tell you in case you work out how much the hotel cost. And if you do that, etc., you know how much the flights cost and everything. And you know that he went business class, stayed at the finest hotel, ate the finest food, drank the finest wine, and ran up a £32,000 bill for a couple of days in India. Sweet work for a man who lies. Thanks very much. Bye.